The NBA on Christmas Day is a tradition like the NFL on Thanksgiving. Since 1947, Christmas Day has become a marquee event for the NBA in recent years, with the league running a day-long, quintuple-header showcase highlighted by major market teams, high-profile stars and plenty of pomp and circumstance. The NBA loves nothing better than to write itself a nice little storyline for each year's Christmas game. The Knicks and Bulls played each other just about every year during the 90s at the height of the Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing era. As a result, we've gotten to see some remarkable players do incredible things right up against each other for decades. Christmas in the NBA is like nothing else in sports. It's prestige holding it up in the minds of both fans and athletes and keeping its greatness alive. Here are 10 most memorable NBA Christmas Day moments. With Shaq out due to injury, Wade was put on the big stage against Kobe. 2006 was right around the time that Wade-Bryant was the premier guard matchup in the entire NBA, and Wade made that intrigue look silly on Christmas, with a whole nation of basketball fans watching closely. Wade won this particular duel handily, authoring a dominant performance: 40 points on 20 shots, 11 assists, 4 rebounds, 4 steals and 4 blocks in 41 minutes. To outdo Bryant, Wade's performance led Heat to a 101-85 victory. Before they were teammates in Houston, Sir Charles did his level best to turn Hakeem Olajuwon's Christmas into a nightmare. Barkley dominated the Houston Rockets on Christmas Day 1993, dropping 38 points on 15 for 27 shooting with 18 rebounds and 4 assists to lead his Phoenix Suns past Houston, 111-91. Despite a monster game from big man Olajuwon, Hakeem and company would get the last laugh, though, vanquishing Chuck Screw in a 7-game Western Conference Finals Classic before moving on to take out Ewing and the Knicks in the 1994 NBA Finals. Christmas 1993 was the night that proved to the league what he was capable of with this Suns team, and helped earn him the lone MVP trophy of his career. Christmas Day, 1992, was Michael Jordan's chance to show New York that he was still up to the challenge even after consecutive runs to NBA Finals wins and his gold medal-winning performance in the 1992 Olympics for the Dream Team, a team that also counted Patrick Ewing as a member. Jordan led Chicago back from 2 10-point deficits by scoring 42 points, grabbing 8 boards, dishing out 5 assists and 3 steals in Chicago's 89-77 win. With MJ retiring that summer to go try his hand at minor league baseball, his Christmas Day performance against the Knicks is a reminder of just how competitive he was even after logging so many minutes over the 2 previous seasons. It was also one of the last regular season performances we'd get of MJ on a national stage before his first retirement and historic comeback. The Celtics had beaten Lakers in the 2008 Finals, and the two teams opened the 2008-09 season seemingly on a collision course for a rematch. For a stretch of 3 years, the Lakers and Celtics would battle in 2 NBA Finals, splitting wins, but when the rivalry was fresh, there was a great matchup on Christmas Day in 2008 in Los Angeles. The Celtics were on a fantastic 19-game winning streak and had a record of 27-2 when they walked into the Staples Center as the defending champs on Christmas Day. Kobe and Gasol put an end to that win streak and reminded the basketball world that they also played in the 2008 Finals. Bryant dropped 27 points, grabbed 9 rebounds, handed out 5 assists and added a steal on his night, while Pau helped out with 20 points and 3 blocks to beat Boston, 92-83. Boston was led by Kevin Garnett with 22 points with 9 rebounds and Paul Pierce added 20 points. Phil Jackson recorded his 1,000th victory. We got one of the most hotly anticipated regular season matchups in recent memory, the defending NBA champion Lakers squaring off against the NBA's newly formed monster. The big three of James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh were making their Christmas debut as teammates and entered the game 22-9, while the defending champion, 21-8 Lakers, featured Pau Gasol, Lamar Odom, Andrew Bynum, and Metta World Peace alongside Bryant. LeBron tallied his 31st career triple-double, which included a season-high 5 three-pointers when he put up 27 points with 11 rebounds and 10 assists. Kobe and Pau Gasol couldn't do much against Miami, only scoring 17 points apiece. LeBron led the commanding team display as the Heat stomped the 2-time defending champion Lakers, 96-80 on national television on the NBA's most important regular season day. It seemingly marked the end of the Lakers dynasty and began one of the most interesting four-year trips in NBA history. Tracy McGrady was on the injury report leading up to the Orlando Magic contest against the Detroit Pistons, so it obviously came as a shock when he erupted for 46 points on 26 shots with 6 rebounds and 3 steals in 44 minutes to lead the Magic to a 104-99 win. This was also the second time Tracy's teammate Grant Hill played his former team since signing with Orlando. Hill was hoping for a long, successful 2002-2003 campaign until his ankle once again betrayed him. Grant struggled from the field, scoring 10 points on 3-17 shooting, but grabbed 15 boards in the game. A few months after losing to the rough-and-tough Knicks in the '94 playoffs and with Michael Jordan in the beginning process of striking out in the MLB, Scottie Pippen looked to exact his revenge when his Chicago Bulls tangled with New York Knicks on Christmas night. Pippen played all 53 minutes and had 36 points, 16 rebounds and 5 steals. Not only that, but Pippen blocked a possible game-tying three-pointer by Hubert Davis from behind, then kept hustling to also block Charles Smith from behind and add a punctuation mark on his Christmas Day classic. The Knicks were a joke during the 1986-87 season, losing 58-plus games for the third straight year, but Patrick Ewing at least provided some holiday cheer for the Garden faithful. The star center scored 28 points, pulled down 17 rebounds and blocked 2 shots, but saved his best for last, coming up with the rebound of a Trent Tucker miss and hitting a 10-foot putback jumper at the buzzer that gave the Knicks an 86-85 win that thrilled the New York faithful. The victory gave Ewing, however briefly, some bragging rights over his former college foil and friend Michael Jordan, who finished with a game-high 30 points, 6 steals, 5 assists and several sensational dunks. Bernard King set the standard for Christmas Day achievements when he valiantly tried to guide his New York Knickerbockers to a hallowed holiday victory. Despite dropping a complete hour worth of points, Buck Williams led the New Jersey Nets to a 120-114 victory. Despite a number of legendary players suiting up on Christmas Day over the years, King's 60 remains the highest single-game Christmas Day scoring total. The 60 points, which included 22 made free throws on 26 attempts, stood as the Madison Square Garden record until Kobe Bryant dropped 61 on the Knicks in 2009, and would stand as the franchise scoring record until Carmelo Anthony scored 62 in January 2014. Christmas Day 2004 gave us the first Kobe-Shaq showdown following the dissolution of their relationship with the Lakers and Shaq's subsequent trade to the Miami Heat. Shaq says Kobe cost him his spot on the team and cost Phil Jackson his job as head coach. Kobe says far worse things about Shaq. The big Aristotle and Kobe added to the drama early in the game by ignoring each other, and Kobe even tried to throw one down on Shaq on the first Lakers possession of the game. Bryant scored a game-high 42 points, but he also committed 9 turnovers and went 12 of 30 from the field. Shaq had 24 points and 11 rebounds, but the game was close, and Wade had 2 chances to win it at the end of regulation before the teams headed to overtime. Knotted at 94, Wade added 6 points in overtime, and while Odom hit a pair of 3-pointers and a pair of free throws to keep pace, a 3-point shot by Kobe with under a second to play in overtime missed, and the Heat had a 104-102 overtime win. Now it's time for you enjoy the holidays and check out the full slate of NBA games on Christmas Day. If you like this video, please subscribe, and if you don't like, subscribe anyway. Merry Christmas.